Alright, well, I shut the water off, but now the cold side is leaking by. So I guess you're going to get to see what I did with that one now. Alright, so in the shutoff valve here, there's that screw, right? You take that out and then this comes off. And then behind that, there's this packing nut. I'm going to take that off next. Alright, so I took that nut off. You definitely want to have a bucket or a rag underneath. Okay, and then we're going to put the handle back on. And we're just going to spin it out. Let that all drain out now. Okay, so here's that piece that I just pulled out. And there's supposed to be a washer right inside this groove right here. And there is no washer. It might actually be inside the valve still. I'll go look in a second, but I just grabbed one of these out of the cabinet outside my office. So I'm gonna take a little bit of grease. Almost. Might have to use the back of my screwdriver or something to get that on there. Alright, so I ended up holding that in my hand for a minute and squeezing to heat it up a little bit, and then I just kind of forced it on there. Now, I pulled this out of the valve. That's what's left of the ring that used to be right here, which is probably why the water wouldn't shut off. So, I'm gonna put this back and get the water back on. Okay, valves put back together, the water's back on, nothing leaks, fantastic. Alright, so now we're going to change both of these cartridges. I'm going to start by taking both these screws out and removing the handle. Okay, pro tip, put something over the drain before you lose screws, because that really sucks. Now we're going to unscrew these right here. Okay. Once those are off, we're going to unscrew the cartridges. So, just want to grab some channel locks. Okay, we're going to put it on here, and then we're going to get another pair of channel locks, and we're going to hold from the bottom so that the whole valve isn't going to spin when we do this. There's that one. There's that. Okay. Look at that. There's pieces of that O-ring. And there's a bunch in there too. So you definitely want to watch out for that, because that would cause cause things to leak. There's a bunch. So let's actually turn the water on for a second. Just a little bit. Let's see. Now I just turned it on a little bit. Look, all that crap that was in there is out. Yeah, that's a lot better. This one I just kind of fussed with, so that one's not so bad. Now I've got my new hot and cold cartridges. Okay, they matter. Alright, these ones I actually got specifically because they're color coded. They're not always color coded. Okay, I'm going to take those out. I'm going to grab my lubricant. These have little rings on the inside here. Okay, so be careful you don't launch those out when you do this. And a little bit on that sealing ring right there. Putting a little bit on the threads helps it to both install and come out easier later on. It's me from the future. Okay, so there is a little white gasket that I left inside the valve I'm about to put that cartridge in. And if you leave that in there, it will leak. So, I don't know how I didn't realize that until this point, but I didn't. Make sure there is no pieces of the old cartridge left inside the valve. Okay, that's it. Okay. I'm just going to do the same thing on this one, and then we'll put them back together. Okay, water's all back on. Everything works. Doesn't leak. When we're putting these on, we want to make sure that these line up nicely. If they don't make perfect 90s like this, you can kind of kick them in a little bit. Just make them both the same. And that's it. We're done here.